Good evening, and welcome to the Startup Awards 2023. Thank you, TikToks, for a lovely performance and setting up the right mood. My name is Katlin Karolin, and I am the Community Manager of Latitude 59.
And I'm João Ray. I'm one of the co-founders at EID Easy, and together with Katlin, we're going to be your sort of awkward, but also definitely amazing hosts for this evening.
Yeah! So, let's get this party started. A little birdie told me that you guys have been pointing fingers and choosing your favorite startup people and startups themselves for the past few months now. And today is finally the day that we are going to find out who are going to wear the crowns for the upcoming year, who are going to be the stars of our ecosystem. Altogether, we are going to give away 8 awards, so sit back, get your drinks, relax, because this is going to take some time.
But before we start the ceremony, we want to welcome on the stage the President of Estonia. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for a man who not only runs the country, but he knows his way around a startup pitch deck. Here to sprinkle some presidential magic on our awards tonight, welcome the tech-savvy President of Estonia, Alar Karis. Let the startup celebration begin.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, friends, the most important challenge for the economy and business community is not to explain what went wrong in recent years, but to get back on the growth track. I invite everyone to talk about competitiveness, innovation, business environment, and other factors that help to revive the economy. There are many things that are excellent in Estonia. We have smart students, best tax system, lots of economic freedom, entrepreneurial spirit and experience from building 10 unicorns and lots of technology startups. We have the best startups and founders. You, dear startup community, have created and excited companies, empowered global unicorns, and have accumulated the capital of leadership. This is crucial for future growth. However, the past success means that the hurdles are now even higher. We have to be the new frontier, become the innovators, and compete in a different league than we used to. It is inevitable that the more outstanding we have been in the past, the higher our expectations was in the future. New technologies have always created fear. Many people were afraid of gene technologies when I worked as a scientist. However, enough time passed to tell that nothing bad has happened. The same applies for the artificial intelligence. I cannot end without mentioning the security situation. We have always known about the threat from the East. The main thing about Russia has changed for us is the clarity of the situation. In the long run, this makes us stronger and safer. Investments in security will also enhance the technology sector and bring new money for innovation and startups. Let's take it as an opportunity, not threat. The potential of innovation and digitalization gives a lot of reason to be optimistic about the future of the economy. I thank everyone who has helped to found and build businesses in Estonia. And I would like to congratulate all the winners of today's event. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Wise words laying out the path for the next investments in the startup ecosystem here in Estonia. The President wants to look forwards, but now we're going to look a little bit backwards. I know most of you were here last year. I don't know how many of you remember what happened last year, but for the benefit of those watching at home, let's take a moment to recap how amazing the Startup Awards ceremony was in the last year. So let's do that with a short video.
Well, I think it's really important that at least once a year we appreciate the people in the sector, what they have achieved and what kind of impact they've had actually on the world.
Startup Awards is also showing the diversity of our ecosystem, the female founders, micro ecosystems, and the global founders. This is the strength of our ecosystem, to be the diversity and adaptable to every situation.
Biggest win for the startup ecosystem in 2023 will be only possible when we keep the community in mind, we keep together, and then we will win.
Hopefully we will have more exits, some exciting new unicorns perhaps. I'm hoping for more wins in the more diverse founder side.
You're always thinking of the next thing to do. And then, when the year passes, you compare yourself to everything else. Did I do enough? Did I achieve enough? And the Startups Awards Gala actually gives you this opportunity to look back on everything you've achieved.
I think that if the community sticks together and plays to its strengths, then we're gonna come out the other end better than ever before.
Now it's time to move on.
Yes, next up we have a pretty wishful panel, pun intended. For that, we would like to welcome on the stage the woman who turns ideas into assets faster than you can say blockchain. Please welcome the founder and CEO of Funderbeam and the president of Estonian Founders Society. For now, Kaidi Ruusalepp. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you. You know, you never get rid of the blockchain when your name is Kaidi. But good evening, my absolutely most favorite startup people on planet Earth. Today we actually celebrate on quite a historic and remarkable day because today is the anniversary of Peace Treaty of Tartu. This is the treaty and freedom agreement that was signed 104 years ago today, and that set the corners, that is the cornerstone of our freedom and our independence for soon already 104 years. Today we actually also celebrate the success of Estonian tech sector, because guess what? Last 6 years, tech sector in Estonia has been the only growing sector in our economy, and against odds, we've been growing last year and the year before. So you should be very proud of yourself. But yet we are facing a decade of challenges in the world. Geopolitical challenges very next to our door. When you think of the keywords for the next 10 years, it's going to be civil rights, peace, it's going to be global economy, planet, so a lot to face and to tackle. But Estonia has luckily been an outlier, because despite of the size of mosquito, we've been treated as a tiger or as an elephant among global tech leaders. Leaders in countries, leaders in startups, and in founders. So despite of us being small, we feel the responsibility of standing up when the others are afraid. And we are going to dream now on stage, you see, 3 chairs. 3 chairs, 3 dreams. We will dream about Estonia and we'll dream for Estonia. We will dream for Estonian tech sector, but we will also dream for Netflix. So please welcome back President of Estonia, Mr. Alar Karis, to join me on stage, and then Allan Martinson. Keskele. Okay. You know what? That's actually a very good sign, because before we start our panel, we have a tradition already that Estonian Founders Society is electing a next president after every 2 years. And with this, I would like you all to welcome the next president of Estonian Founders Society, Allan Martinson. So he literally took my seat.
we were told to sit this way, so it's...
But also, thanks. I would like to say thank you to Karen Burns, Martin Villig, Taavi Tamkivi, Tauri Kärson for your hard work as previous members of Estonian Founders Society. We do say warm welcome to Heidi Mardisoo, Liis Narus, Grain Väänä, and Märt Kelder as new members, and me and Triin Kask, we're just using startup terminology, we tag along with the board. But now, Mr. President and Mr. President, let's dream. Let's dream about Estonia. So we are a tiny little country. We are the border country. We are basically the country between different civilizations, different cultures, different mindsets. What could be our dream in this situation for the next 10 years as a country, as a nation, as a culture?
Well, it's questions for me, yes?
We start with Mr. President of the country.
To be honest, I don't feel very comfortably a bit squeezed between two startup presidents and start daydreaming. But of course, 10 years is nothing. I mean, if you think back 10 years in 2014, so it was yesterday. So if you want to dream, you dream really 50 years, maybe 100 years. Nevertheless, I mean, it's what we do want. We want that universities and companies are going to be more closer. I have been a rector a long time ago, and I've been talking the same topic 10 years, 15 years back. So I wouldn't say nothing has changed. Lots have changed, but still the problem is still there. How to make industry and startups work together with universities. So this is my dream. That in 10 years' time, not that, well, my dream is that almost everyone has tried at least once to found a company. So this is my dream. And better when it is deep tech. So when I started in my company in 1999, the environment was completely different. I mean, there were only, I didn't know, 5, 7, 10 spin-offs. And they were all deep tech. But now you see, I mean, there is a full, room is full of startup people, and the environment is completely different. So you are extremely lucky. And I guess that in 10 years' time, it's even better that Estonian startups are growing, and they are. It's probably we are getting more. Like we got the personal medicine. It's probably the company is going also more personal. That means the product is going to be more personal, and there is going to be kind of niche for every company. And even now, for me, it's extremely difficult to recall all these company names and acronyms. It's probably in future, in 10 years' times, there are thousands of different small companies with kind of niche products and so forth.
So smart nation for next 10 years is the dream for Estonia, and it also means the collaboration between science and entrepreneurs.
I guess that's the only way to go. So it's not only a question of universities and how the readiness of universities to talk to companies or startups. It's also startup. They need more and more people who know what this science is all about. I mean, that means there are more PhD students or people with PhDs in the companies that they could talk to each other and they know the language. So that's important. And but it's getting better and better.
Allan, what is your dream?
So first of all, Kairi, before I speak about dreams, I want to thank you for your 2 years as a president. And I don't know what your shoe size is, but it's big shoes to fill. So. But yes, about the dream. So just this week, Estonian Statistics Office, I think it reported the first numbers about Q4 last year, and we had another decline. So it's 8 quarters in a row. And the last time we had 8 quarters in a row was in 2008-09. But back then, if you remember, was a global financial crisis, and the crisis in Estonia was an extension of global crisis. Now, the world has maybe not completely, but to a large extent healed itself, but we still are declining. So which means that we have very Estonian crisis here. And the question is why? Why is it happening, and what we can do about it? So many people complain about our export markets going down, like Sweden, Finland, Germany, and so on. I remember 98, 99, when there was a big Russian crisis, and Estonia finally lost Russia as main trading partner. So it took about 2 quarters. There was 2 quarters of decline. So it took 2 quarters to orients the whole economy. Now it's 8 quarters, and sort of analysts saying that it's going to continue. So, and why is that? Is, in my opinion, for the reasons that Estonia is in a completely new and unique situation, which we haven't seen before. So we have an economy where the costs are on the level of Western Europe, sometimes higher, while our competitiveness in most parts of the economy is still not there. And there is a question what to do about it, and there is good news and bad news. So bad news is that we have crisis, good news is that we have crisis. And the crisis is a kind of best time to fix something, change something. And we have an industry which is represented here, so which I am very proud of being part of, so which has actually shown that it is possible to grow, and it is possible to build a globally focused industry, which even doesn't use the word export, because everything we do here is export, like there is no home market here at all. And here in Founders Society and the startup economy, so we have an ambition to grow from current, we have currently like 3-4%, or let's say around 3% of GDP produced by startups, and maybe another 7% by other ICT companies, so it's like 10% in total. So we have an ambition to grow it to 30% in about 10 years. So somebody, I think it was Sten Damgi, that draws that line a few years ago just on Excel and like discovered, hey, I will be at 30% and if you continue like that. And we are on track. And I think the approach is that the technology industry is using agility and like building products for global markets from day one and so on, so on. So it is showing the blueprint for the rest of the economy. Let's stop whining, let's start shining.
I was just starting to think, I mean, probably in the beginning of the 90s it was even easier because we all started from scratch. That means we had to abandon everything from what happened in the past. So, but now it's more difficult because things are going, it's very difficult to stop doing something which is, well, doesn't work very well. But in the beginning of the 90s, it was much easier because you had to start from scratch, and you kind of were building, also doing business. You were building your own country. But now it's, as I said, it's getting more and more personal. Your personal interests are kind of a bit ahead of countries' interests or states' interests.
It's even getting even more personal, thinking about where the country aims to head on e-Estonia level. But guys, have you noticed one thing? That you are the dream of both presidents. Isn't it cool? Huh? So let's dream forward and let's go and talk tech and talk tech actually with both entrepreneurs, exited entrepreneur and entrepreneur, and I hope soon a new founder, right? So let's talk about Estonian tech as well, because you know we're #1 per capita in all startup rankings in Europe. Numbers, startup, raised capital, unicorns, like you know, you name it. What can we do to be #1 in the world? So when you think about the startup times and startup time zones, then there's US time zone and European time zone and Asian time zone. And the time differences between those time zones, depending on the industry, 2 to 10 years. And tech sun every morning races from US, let's face it. So what can we do in Estonia, in our tech sector, that tech sun also races every single morning from Estonia?
Well, that's a difficult question. I mean, because I am not a startup person. I mean, it was a long time ago, as I said, it's 1999 when I founded a spin-off company, so things have changed. So I don't know much what's happening now, but still, I'm going to repeat myself because I said, I mean, education is very important. Entrepreneurial skills are very important. It has to start from, even from kindergarten, from school, high school, up to university. So I think this education is important, but we have this kind of wake up our business gene, which we have in our body. So I think this is something what we should do together with, as I said, together with universities.
Like become a founder nation?
Absolutely, I mean, it's from startup nation to founder nation.
Excellent. Allan, your dream?
Yeah, so first of all, I'm super optimistic about Estonian tech. And we had the best year ever in 23. Like, you read the media, you don't get that impression, but yes, we had the best year ever. If you take tax data, I checked it yesterday, it was about 18% year-on-year growth last year, non like tax revenues. So, I mean, 18% growth versus declines in general economy, I think it's a huge achievement. And I'm even more optimistic about 24, and for several reasons. First of all, we managed to grow in the toughest funding environment. So this funding environment will fix itself over time. So, we will continue to grow. So our employment in startup sector stayed pretty much flat. I mean, has anyone seen an unemployed developer recently? No, it's like probably not. So number of new companies being created, new startups, yes, it declined a little bit, but not dramatically so, maybe about 30%. So what else? Funding. There has never been so much venture capital being managed from Estonia. You take Plural, you take Metaplanet, you take more traditional VC funds, like it's, I don't know, €1 billion plus of venture capital being managed from Estonia, like, which is actually kind of under the radar, but it's a super big achievement. So founders never sleep, and we continue to found new companies. And today, I believe what is true, what is said by many AI founders in the same America you mentioned, it's the best time to found a startup. And that's absolutely true for Estonia as well. It's cheap, you can use AI, you can use cloud, you can use experience and support of this ecosystem. So it's the best time to found a new startup. And if you take a look at today's nominees, Kairi just said before this panel that she needed to Google about half of the names and to see what kind of companies are they. And she is the president, of the startup community. So there are lots of new names coming up in Estonia, and it's going to happen in the future as well. And my last thing, you mentioned America. I mean, anybody who has been in Silicon Valley, there is Stanford University, half a mile away, Sand Hill Road, where there are venture capital firms with hundreds of billions under management. Next door, there are customers, potential customers, big firms. So basically, talent, education, universities, financing, markets, all in the same, in a closed room, and in a very, very tied up ecosystem. And years ago, there was about 10 years ago, there was about maybe 200 Estonians in Silicon Valley. Today, you go there, you find almost nobody. All of those people are now in Estonia. And we have managed to create maybe slightly smaller, definitely smaller, but still a very vibrant ecosystem here. And if you add all of the same ingredients, founders, capital, talent, and so on, and steer it a little bit, so you get the functioning startup ecosystem as we have it now.
I mean, for sure, it makes a difference. Either you work abroad or work back home. So here you can see the difference, you make a difference. And I had a boss in Holland, and he said that you can be a Nobel Prize winner, but you will still stay a foreigner. So that means working at home and doing business at home is much, much better, and I would even say easier.
So let's document our success. Tomorrow, you will get a call from Netflix, because 2021, a Korean TV Squid Game became #1 TV series in Netflix. And now they want to do the next one based on Estonia and Estonian startups. What theme would you suggest to Netflix for the next #1 global Netflix series?
I was recently in Korea, South Korea, and we discussed even this opportunity here. In a way, it's also a dangerous thing, because I watched one movie it's made in Germany, and main characters ended up in Riga, in Latvia. And the environment they showed, it was very ugly, and with silver-time blocks, and the toilets were very dirty, and so. And I started to think, poor Latvians. I mean, there is a movie, very good movie, but you see, the Latvians are typically like, old Soviet. But when I thought maybe it's even good, because some people, wow, this is a country I would like to come and start my thing here, because there is nothing there. So, but still, you have to be careful. And you have to read the script first, make sure that we are in a better shape.
In a good script.
Yeah.
Alan, what script would you give to Netflix?
So I haven't made any movie except some really funny videos from my childhood, but we have Rain Rannu. I mean, we have somebody who is already producing, and he made a movie which was screened last year called Child Machine, about how AI in a vacuum cleaner goes crazy, and I believe it's a good beginning for the Netflix series. Maybe we need to steer in some female founders fighting with AI going crazy or stuff like that.
That I would agree. I would give a topic to Netflix to do a documentary on Estonian female founders' DNA. And the question and the challenge for them is to figure out what is in Estonian female founders' DNA that they found the companies in deep tech, science tech, biotech, AI, medtech, fintech, instead of commercial e-shops cosmetics. So there must be something that is worth of #1 series in Netflix.
But of course, one thing is to make a movie, but another thing is to market it. So it's even more difficult, I guess.
Well, this is the audience full of solutions, right? No challenges, only solutions. Your wish for Estonian startup community for 2024?
For more smart people and more entrepreneurial skills and willingness to do business.
Thank you. Alan?
I wish that in 1 year's time, when we gather here again, so we'll see lots of new names actually, which I should Google to see who they are as nominees, and so that we could celebrate some very proud moments from 2024, and I'm absolutely convinced that they will be coming. And my dream is that it will be still a very peaceful and secure environment and the world around us. So let's keep our fingers crossed and work towards it.
Thank you. And my wish and dream for you is think of yourself as a snowball. You all are this power of snowball and the power of snowball effect. If you throw the ball, it's going to start rolling, and the next unicorns and the next changes in not only Estonia, but the global environment will happen. So I wish for more and more snowballs, and thank you both for this kickoff opening words. And now we will finally start handing out the awards. Thank you.
Thank you to Kaidi, thank you to Alan, and thank you to Mr. President. That was a very enlightening panel discussion when we were talking about Netflix scripts, we were talking about wishes for the next year, and we were doing a bit of a recap of the situation at the moment. Before we get into the awards themselves, there is something we need to do, which is to thank all of the amazing partners that allowed us to be here tonight, and without whose generous contribution, our glasses would be a lot emptier. So I would like to invite you to join me and Kathleen in thanking all of the partners that have made this event possible. So let's kick it off with the Estonian Founder Society,
Latitude 59,
Lift 99,
Finalize,
Icebreaker,
Invest Estonia,
Karma Ventures,
Course,
Lightyear,
NFT Ports,
Nordic Ninja,
Practical Capital,
Gritworks,
Ready Player Me,
Salve,
Specialist VC,
Siena Secondary Fund,
Swedbank,
Tallinn City,
and Trend Ventures.
Thank you, everyone.
Woo.
And obviously, here's to more full glasses. But I can see from your eyes that you're ready to find out who made it to the top of the startup ecosystem and who are we to get in your way. So it is my absolute honor to start off the evening with the first award, which is for the newcomer of the year. And who else to give out the award than the winner of last year, Taavi Kotka. You may know Taavi Kotka as the former CIO of Estonia, but one thing he might not know is that Taavi was the inspiration for me to start EID Easy. So I would like to welcome Taavi and have you all welcome Taavi on stage to hand out the first award of the evening. Taavi.
Yeah, there's supposed to be AI in this microphone. Not working. Sorry. Bang, but not this year. Working. So you need lots of energy to get things done. You need the sweat of the founders. You need the money from the investors. You need the knowledge and wisdom from your employees. And you need support and engagement from your customers and from your community. If you can get all this aligned, it's easy to build absolutely fantastic startups. Can I have nominees on the screen, please? So here are the nominees. A big applause to these nominees, please. And when we talk about energy, this company has a big energy inside. They have great founders, they have great team, they have great product. Let's hope they have enough capital to make it all happen. The winner of the newcomer of the year is Wall. Woo.
Thank you for the recognition. Before last year, I would not have thought how much hard work goes into creating a product from scratch and bringing it to market. Could not have done it without the team involved. And huge thanks to our investors and customers. Thank you.
Give it up one more time for the first winner of the evening, Wall. I guess the saying, go with the flow, really works in this case. Because if you know Estonian, then it's flow, boil, flow. It's pretty much the same thing. I'm pretty happy to see that I wasn't the only one who laughed at this not so funny joke. But all of you who laughed, you probably need to seek some medical help. Now you're laughing, thanks. Luckily, the next category of the evening is Health Tech of the Year. And I'd like to invite a man who probably knows more about your health than you know yourself. Erkki Mölder from World's Health Tech Fund.
Hi, everyone. So first of all, I like to set the scene. What do we think about health? What do we think about healthcare? We usually think about health making us live it to 200, maybe 300 years. And we think about health, if we screw up our health, we go to the doctor and they will fix us. But let me give you the flip side. 10 million. There are 10 million doctors in the world that could heal the people. We are missing 10 million people. We are missing 32,000 hospitals where the people could get cured. 10% of the medical drugs distributed in the world are fake. And 100 million people annually are pushed into the poverty because of the medical bills. So I must say that the platform is burning. Healthcare market is 9 trillion in a world. And it's not one market. Someone said that it's actually 1 million markets of 9 billion euros or dollars. And we here in Estonia, actually, we don't understand how bad the situation is in the world. But the COVID actually helped us to understand that this is a burning platform. Every 10th person in the world is actually dealing with healthcare or trying to help us. And still, there are hundreds of millions of people who do not have access to the health. So the platform is burning. The second thing I want to say is that I've been in healthcare for 25 years. The first exit for me took 13 years. The second exit was 5 years, so it was already faster. But once you get things right, you get rewarded. You get the financial return, and you get a really good feeling inside. And on top of that, you may get some gray hair. But after saying that, I must say that it's slow, but it's really rewarding. So please put the nominees of this year's competition to the ball. And the winner of this year's or last year's Health Tech is Cara Health.
Thank you so much. This is amazing. This is actually the first award that we have won so far. So yeah, it's very special for us, and especially in this category. So yeah, thank you very much.
Congratulations again. Maintaining our health can be pretty heavy on our wallets. That's exactly why I'm super excited to introduce you to the next person who has put a lot of that money back into her pockets and into our society. She is an amazing angel investor with more than 30 investments in her portfolio. Yaga, Remato, and Montonio, to name a few. You voted her to be the Investor of the Year 2022, and she is now ready to put that crown onto the next head. Please give a warm welcome to the founder and CEO of Greenflint, Triin Hertman.
Thank you. Last few years, or a little bit less than few years, have been really different in funding environment and for startups. Investments have dropped, and unsustainable growth at all costs has become a thing in the past. So also investors, they froze, they got stressed, they got confused what to do now. Some were trying to save their portfolios. Some opportunistic angels dropped this topic at all and went to sit in deposits. But hard times show who are the great entrepreneurs, but they also show the true colors of investors. So these three nominees have been supportive, helpful, strategic and caring partners for their portfolio companies. And I'm honored to call all of them my friends. They are also great people in addition to be good investors. But there was one who stood out and showed such passion, such growth, support, in-depth wits, and care in everything she does. An operator turned an amazing investor. Please welcome winner Hilary Pops.
Thank you so much. I must say that I'm very honored that I haven't been shunned from the community for joining Lithuanian funds. But I must say that I will do my best to bring all the knowledge and the value and the money back to the founders here. Thank you.
All right, well done, Hilary. So we heard a lot about giving back, and now it's time to turn our attention to the community. One of the things that makes the startup ecosystem in Estonia so strong is this willingness of the community to give back to each other. And to present the Giving Back Powerhouse Award of the Year is someone who has probably mentored at most of the Estonian accelerator and incubator programs. But in the end, she likes to collect banks like Estonia collects unicorns. She's a forward thinker that brings innovation with her wherever she goes. Give it up for Trin Prem from Swedbank.
Good evening. I'm really happy actually to give this award to someone who shares the same mission and same values as Swedbank is caring of. And to this day, I still remember when I saw this person on the stage at the startup event. And this person was so inspiring, so kick-ass, and I really encourage all the women to be so supportive and so inspiring and support other women like Triin Kask and female founders are doing.
I have the same problem with the mic. Anyone? Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. Thank you, the whole startup community, for supporting us women. And it's not, you know, for me, it's actually the whole meetup. There are a lot of amazing women who are helping to organize this for years now. And we are seeing, and that's, I think, also what I call out everybody, you know, to encourage not just female founders, but just, you know, people to become founders, because I think what presidents were, the three presidents were talking about was, you know, dreaming about everybody experiencing being an entrepreneur. But I would like to give you a worrying fact that might also influence us. So it came out from a recent report in the US that over 50% of people, youngsters in the US, would like to become influencers. So, you know, the trends in the US sooner or later also come here to Europe if they haven't already reached our region. So we have to be the role models to young people. Let's do more of those things like Taavi Kotka is doing for girls, robots, STEM, whatnot, you know. Let's invite people to become entrepreneurs, because this is the only way how we can save democracy, I would say even. Mic drop. Thanks. Woo!
I love the mic drop part. Unfortunately, you couldn't do that. That's a pity. But okay. All right, everyone. Hold on to your eco-friendly hats, because the next category is Green Tech Awards. To do the honors, we have someone from our beloved city. The city we all have a love-hate relationship with, right? Yes, thanks. He's the guy who's not just pushing papers, but genuinely pushing for a change. So, without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to our Deputy Mayor of our very own Green Capital of the European Union, the one and only Mr. Josep Pim.
Good evening, dear startup community. I'm honored to be here today as a representative of the city of Tallinn, home of the bustling, mutually supportive and determined startup community. Tallinn was the European Green Capital last year, and therefore I am especially happy to be presenting the Green Tech Award tonight. And I want to give a heartfelt thank you to the organizers for orchestrating this celebration of our startup ecosystem. Innovation and technological development are a vital pillar in our common effort for a sustainable world, even more so when we talk about the transition to the circular economy. We are past the point where we could use our common resources carelessly. We already see the change in our climate and the effects it has. We cannot continue wasting our natural resources and trashing our environment. Startups have the right mindset for the change we need. Even more, there are many of you who have taken protecting the environment as the main focus of your business. All in all, we need the planet more than the planet needs us. Estonia has an opportunity to be in the forefront of the green tech, not only in Europe, but also in the world. We did it with the digital society, and we can do it with green tech. This first ever Green Tech Award is a proof of the potential impact. Today, we celebrate a trailblazer. We can have the nominees here as well now. We celebrate the trailblazer in the field of green tech, a company whose commitment to eco-friendly innovation can significantly advance sustainable practices. Their work is not just an example of inspiration for other tech companies, but also embodies the vision for a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable tomorrow. I mentioned resources before, and every change needs them. The talent, the opportunities, but also finances. I want to thank the winner for your outstanding contribution to green tech and by extension to Estonia's and our city's commitment to sustainability. It might sound cheesy, but money talks, and the winner makes money talk where it matters. If we stop giving investments into polluting practices, but instead decide to make the investments green, it has impact. You give the fertile soil to the world-changing ideas and innovation. Your achievements inspire us all to continue pushing the boundaries of innovation for a world that can continue to be kind, also to the generations to come. So, the Green Tech Award of Estonian Startup Awards 2023 goes to Grünfin. Congratulations.
Wow, that's a surprise. Thank you so much. What was said before, money talks, and money is your vote. Wherever you put your money, you grow that thing. You make this thing nourish, and that's what you get. So if we don't put our money towards better planet, more sustainable features and products, then these things don't grow. Thank you very much.
All right, well done there. So, money, money, money. Let's turn our attention to the next awards, the Revenue Hack of the Year. It is the one award that all investors are keeping an eye on. In the end, money talks. To present the award, we have last year's Revenue Hack winner, a man who's known for his exuberance and for making the craziest electric scooter ads. Here's Christian Maruste from Co-Module.
Yo, 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 yo! So, if I could only turn back time, I think I would give away my little pinky or cat to be here 12 months ago when I had a fantastic 2022 behind, won the award. So raise your hand who else has had a fucking shit year of 23.
Yeah.
I see many hands. I see a lot of enthusiasm and optimism, but let's be real, people. So this award is, the joker of tonight, because this award is about growth. It's about actually making revenue. When you make revenue, you usually have made a product, which means you have usually created value. Somebody likes what you have done and is willing to give you money for that. So not just investors, but you actually made something and people gave you money for that. So Revenue Hack, for sure, I believe, is the award we all want to win. So give it up for the top 3 of this year for Revenue Hack category. Bam, bam, bam. And they told me that I have to tell something about the winner. So I asked in my group chat in our company, in this random chat, is there somebody whose children have those cat ears that I could put on myself? And there actually were. So I have those pink cat ears, but I left them in the office. So I just have to say, meow, boys! Close!
Noh, normaalne.
Väga okay. This is a mistake. It's a big scam. Sorry.
But if we already have to say something, then we're going to thank a couple of people. So the first one is a person that, maybe some of you know that we are the founders of Klaus, but there's actually one more person who is also founder of Klaus.
Also on the screen.
So
we decided he has to be here as well.
Very good that we got this award, because this would have been very difficult to explain otherwise. So this is Egon. Also big thanks to Egon. And then there's another person really who has been behind most of the, let's say, the successful decisions that we've made at Klaus, the business decisions, and this not directly, but kind of. So this person is a very well-known, I would say, business person in Estonia, kind of a business guru, or somebody that a lot of people look up to, I think. And I would really recommend this person to any startup looking for advice. And we have really made use of his mantra, let's say. And this, there's a good interview with him as well on YouTube if you want to find and look it up. So if you Google 800 miljonit or Gert Ämmabet, you're gonna find some very good, business philosophy and business nuggets.
Personal financial advice.
Yeah. So thanks, Gert, and thanks to the team, of course, as well. And
thank you, Jesus Christ.
Woo!
Well done, guys, on that thing. So now it's time for the hot topic of the year, the one everyone seems to be investing in these days, Deep Tech of the Year. To present the award, please welcome on stage an associate partner at Karma VC, the Italian man who's opening up the VC world to Gen Z through his efforts with WikiVC. Give a warm welcome to Federico Fini.
Hello. Hello, everyone. It's really an honor to be here tonight. I see so many familiar faces, and it's just great. This is just a great vibe, so thank you guys for doing this. I would like to start, I have just a few words before we get to the candidates, with stating the obvious, that being a founder is tough. But if you really want to complicate your life, then try being a deep tech founder. it's really, I really have massive respect for all deep tech founders, for all people working in the deep tech industry, because these are people that really look beyond profits and they understand that their impact really is powerful. They really aim at changing people's lives and improving the world. So we have the 3 candidates, I guess, here. It's really, I wish we could give an award to all of them. These are all great companies. These are all great people that I had the luck to meet. And unfortunately, we only have 1 award. So for tonight, I was told as well, say something about the winner. The company that won tonight proved to have the skills to really commercialize a deep tech product, to really build that bridge between the complexities of a deep tech company and the intuitiveness of a market. So for tonight, I'm pleased to announce that the winner of the Deep Tech Award is Pactum. So unfortunately, Pactum couldn't be here tonight, so we have a video from them.
Hi everyone. Today we are actually not there with you. We are in Las Vegas, USA, because in every 6-month time we have an offsite. Last one was actually in Tartu, a few days before Pipe Drive's event in Tartu. But yeah, we are here because we have also a team in the US, quite a large team, half of us in the US, and we need to meet up at least once per 6 months. So yeah, I'm not there with you today.
And thanks for voting, everyone. It's so great to feel the support of the community. And we're excited to win the Deep Tech Award of the Year.
And I'm saying it from my heart. We would like to be there. It has been always a pleasure. It is a great party, great to meet fellow founders. And I do hope that next year we will be there again.
Enjoy the party.
Enjoy.
All right.
Seems like they are having fun there. Luckily, we are having fun here as well. And I know I told you to sit back, relax, enjoy a drink. It's going to take some time, but unfortunately, tonight has flew past faster than a foreigner can say "Kuuli lennutee tunneliluuk." Yeah. For the final award of this amazing evening, we have the Founder of the Year. And who else to give away that award than the Estonian Founders Society's new president, Allan Martinson.
So it's a most fascinating event, moment of the evening, and I have the honor to give the last and final award to somebody in this room. So first of all, it's the toughest category because all of founders, everyone in this room actually deserves it, because we all are Founders of the Year for ourselves at least, and we all have the same sleepless nights, and we need to beg our forgiveness from our close ones and relatives and family and so on. So it's a tough job to be a founder. And all of you actually deserve it, but we need to pick one. And we had 3 nominees here on the screen. So I have a honor to have worked with some of them. Actually, out of those 3 nominees, there are 2 people with whom I have worked. With one I've worked several years, and with one I have worked in certain project. So, but they all are very fascinating, and they've actually been in the business quite some time. They have seen good years and bad years. So, and the reason why they were nominated, so they're because they were super successful in doing what they're doing. But some of them will get this award, and there is a reason. And the reason that this tandem did something extraordinary, and they had an exit. So the winner is the tandem from Klaus, Kair Kasper, and Martin Kõiva. And before I pass the mic to those guys, Martin, can I tell the story? So there is a story. I fired this guy years ago. So, and I believe he was very happy.
Believe me, I tried to do the same. But
so because like, I mean, he was not fired because he was...
I would point out it happened in Suliko, the Sašlõk bar in Nõmmede.
Yeah, and I vividly remember this guy, like, I mean, you see like how people look at you when you tell them, hey, I'm sorry, you're not needed tomorrow anymore. I mean, we fired him not because he was failing, but because he was too good, to be honest. And like next thing, I mean, you were in pipe drive. Next thing, you're building clothes with your great co-founder. So anyway, I really feel proud of being a little part of your journey, and there it is.
So if you ever get fired by Allan Martinson, it's a good sign. You're going to have good things coming to you.
Thank you, Jesus Christ. And thank you, Egon. I would also like to thank, and there are many people we can thank, but I would stick to the people that are within this room. And I saw Andrus Purde, and he was wearing a tracksuit, not the dress code. Very embarrassing. He, for some reason, decided to give us money as the very first person. I don't think it was a wise decision, like, at the time. So I can't really give any compliments for that. I think Alexi, who is also here, slightly better decision, but still not great. So no compliments for that either.
Yeah, and of course we need to thank the team. And maybe on a more serious note, the reason why, we honestly didn't know if this is going to happen or not, obviously. But the reason why we're able to stand here is because we're able to stand here. And this means that we had the freedom to do what we wanted, which was to build Klaus. And we can be here today as well. And in today's world, it turns out that this is, it's actually not, you shouldn't take it for granted. So I think we need to thank the people who are enabling us to have this freedom, who are fighting in Ukraine and who are doing their little part in ensuring Ukraine's freedom, all of our freedom really, and mine and Martin's freedom as well. So thank you.
And a special thanks to one of ours as well, one of Klaus, Alex, who is currently in Ukraine and also fighting for our freedom. So thank you as well.
Woo!
All right, well done to the Klaus founders for that. And guys, that's it. We came here to have a good time and hand out awards. And guess what? We're all out of awards. So all that's left to do is invite all the winners up to the stage to take one picture with all the winners and then move on and have a good time.
Yes, because we now have the after party. People who are on the other side of the screen, sorry, but we feel sorry for you, you're missing out. But the people who are here, we can celebrate Friday. So after the picture, just make your way to the back where we have a bar and snacks, and let's have a good time.
To everyone watching at home, thank you for watching. To everyone here, thank you for being here. Thank you to all the community for voting, for making us stronger. Let's have all the winners up on stage, and one more time, a big applause to all the community. Let's try to be in front of the microphone.